Francis Ngannou, in a recent interview on Sirius XM, gave his reaction to the interim UFC Heavyweight title fight between Derrick Lewis vs Ciryl Gane. He said that there is no comparison between the interim title and the undisputed title. He also said that he deserves a lot more respect from the UFC.
Honestly, about this fight, I think this is a really good fight. You know, you have Ciryl Gane, which is an upcoming, very talented guy. I know him quite a little bit. And you have Derrick Lewis, which has been there recently with his last run, good knockout. Unfortunately, we didn't deliver the fight that we were supposed to, but he's a really good opponent for anyone in the division, you know. I think this fight is a fight that was supposed to make. My only problem with this is like trying to disvalue my title like as an interim undisputed heavyweight champion and trying to make it like, I heard something today like, oh, it's gonna be like a IBF and a WBC unified title. I'm like, no, there's not a unified title. It's a one promotion, it's a one belt, it's a UFC belt. It's not like some belt gonna have a different name or a Bellator or PFL coming to challenge the UFC. Then we will talk about unified belt. I was there expecting to fight, and then they just come up with some sort of interim title. That was very surprising because in the past year, we've been expecting the interim title since Stipe wasn't active, and they didn't even consider that at all. You know, they didn't want to talk about it. So I get to the point that I feel like anytime that everything, when it comes to me, nothing good is coming my way. It doesn't look like they are making anything good to come to my way. Whoosh. It's okay, but at this point, basically regarding my last run, I deserve at least some respect, you know, as a UFC champion. I've been down, I know my low time, and I face it. I face the challenge. I make my way up here. I get all the frustration in the past 2 years. I fought twice, you know. I do this for a living, but I have to fought 2 times in the past 2 years. Like at the end of the day, nobody cares. It's my I'm gonna figure it out on my own. Then I get to all that and get here, and they make it seems like, oh, it wasn't the big deal, you know, like, oh, he's a champion, but whatever. But yeah, those type of things kind of like piss me off.
A 3-round middleweight bout between Sean Strickland vs Luke Rockhold has been targeted for UFC 268. Sean Strickland is coming off a unanimous decision win over Uriah Hall, and Luke Rockhold is coming off a KO loss to Jan Blachowicz. A 3-round middleweight bout between Paulo Costa vs Marvin Vettori has been set to headline a UFC card on October 23rd. Paulo Costa is coming off a TKO loss to Israel Adesanya, and Marvin Vettori is coming off a unanimous decision loss to Israel Adesanya. A 3-round flyweight bout between Kai Kara France vs Cody Garbrandt has been targeted for December 11th. Kai Kara France is coming off a KO win over Rogerio Bortorin, and Cody Garbrandt is coming off a unanimous decision loss to Rob Font. A 3-round lightweight bout between Islam Makhachev vs Rafael dos Anjos has been targeted for UFC card on October 30th. Islam Makhachev is coming off a submission win over Thiago Moises, and Rafael dos Anjos is coming off a split decision win over Paul Felder. A 3-round heavyweight bout between Alexander Volkov vs Mycene Tybura has been targeted for UFC 267. Alexander Volkov is coming off a unanimous decision loss to Ciryl Gane, and Mycene Tybura is coming off a TKO win over Walt Harris. A 3-round women's flyweight bout between Joanne Calderwood vs Alexa Grasso has been targeted for UFC card on November 20th. Joanne Calderwood is coming off a split decision loss to Laura Murphy, and Alexa Grasso is coming off a unanimous decision win over Macy Barber. Dana White on the Full Send podcast spoke on the situation on Stipe Miocic. He said that he's willing to fight and has accepted to fight Jon Jones.
I mean, me and Jones have had that type of a relationship his whole career. When he's ready to fight, we're ready to go. So, he's talking about fighting heavyweight, but in the heavyweight division right now, we're going back to Houston here in a couple weeks. Derrick Lewis is taking on Ciryl Gane for the interim championship. Whoever wins that fight will fight Francis Ngannou. And then whoever wins that fight, if Jon Jones wants to come back, he could fight one of them. Or he could fight Stipe Miocic. Stipe has accepted that fight and will take that fight.
Former UFC featherweight contender Chad Mendes has signed a multi-fight deal with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and is expected to make his debut on October 22nd. He reacted to signing to BKFC and posted this on his Instagram with the caption, "It's official, guys. I just signed a huge deal with Bare Knuckle FC and I'll be ready to crush someone on October 27 in Arizona. I'm super excited to finally compete in boxing. It's been something I've always wanted to try and I'm pumped it all came together. Going to keep hitting it hard with Joe Rodriguez and Capital Strength Performance along with the entire Team Alpha Male crew. I've been feeling good and can't wait to perform again for you guys. Let's do this." The former UFC Women's Flyweight Champion Nico Montano has been cut from the UFC after she recently missed weight at UFC Vegas 33.
scratch it off the bucket list. Great pyramid. Let's go.
We are here in Masr. We're gonna go inside the Great Pyramid of Giza. Wish us luck.
We got some footage going up and down. Fucking wild. The pyramids have been definitely its own category, its own experience. I loved it. Wow, this was a special one. This was a very interesting one. And just the sheer size of this thing. And the blocks are like bigger than half of my body. It's freaking nuts. Can't fit a credit card in between the thing. It's mind blowing that they did this over 2,000 years ago. And they still can't do it nowadays. It's crazy. They know how they did it kind of, but not the actual technique.
Wow. Good. Hey, Rumble.
What's up, everybody? I'm here in Houston, Texas for UFC 265, Gane versus Lewis. And you know when I stay in badass rooms around the world, I like to show you. We're here at the Post Oak in Houston, Texas. I'm in the Ambassador Suite. You gotta check this shit out. So you come in, it's a beautiful room. I have the whole floor. I'm not gonna tell you what floor it is, but this floor, I have the whole floor. And they have a great sitting area here, you know. They got, you know, it isn't Abu Dhabi candy, but they got candy, they got the Mountain Dew, they got all this stuff, but wait till you see this. This is my own personal gym on the floor here. Pretty badass for your own gym in a hotel. And it's got its own Houston Rockets basketball court in here. This is where I did my cardio this morning. This is the bathroom. It's got obviously a badass shower, but a full steam room in here. And around the corner, there's lockers. How badass is this? This is my movie theater. It's got movie style seatings. They have popcorn and candy and everything you would want over there. It's got shuffleboard. This over here is a laser shooting range. They got all the guns here for the laser shooting range. More basketball, little foosball, and over here is a little putting range, and that computer over there can change the landscape. It moves up and down and does all these different angles for putting. You come out of there, and there's a sitting area here for a lounge, and then a full bar. This is without a doubt the baddest room that I've ever been in, the Post Oak in Houston, Texas.